Hello guys, I hope you're doing well. So today we are going to talk about SQL. So the past 2 weeks we have been doing SQL, and we need to do a recap of what we have learned. So in this video, you will be able to learn what is a database. You will be able to learn how to write queries, and you will also learn how to manipulate data. Okay, so I will be teaching you a lot of information. So you will also need to learn about DBMS and SQL, the origin of SQL, and most importantly, how to manipulate data. So with that being said, it is wise for me to continue from here. So the first question that need to be asked here is, what is a database? So I am 100% sure most of you came across this word, a database, even though you didn't understand, but today's video you will be able to understand what a database is. So a database is a collection of information. If it is still vague, let me know. Collection of information. All right. So that is what a database is, right? So it is a collection of information, any collection related information. For instance, we have a phone book. Let's say a phone book. This is a database, right? A phone book. Number two, we also have shopping list. This is another database, all right? Shopping list. The other one, we also have something to do with to-do list, all right? To-do list, all right. Your five best friend, your five best friend, right? Best friend, right? uh, the other one is Facebook user. So Facebook user, right? Facebook user, all right. So when I said a collection of information, I mean related information, all right? Collection of related information. Let me insert related the word because it is important part. So phone book consists of numbers of people, all right? The numbers of people. Let's say we have 10 people, with their phone number. So in that those 10 phone numbers we are going to write in a sheet or book named phone book. So it is a collection of related information. Another thing, let's say for shopping list, we can also call shopping list a database because it has a collections of related informations. Maybe you want to buy some stuff, like maybe you want to buy stationaries, then those stationaries, they are going to be written somewhere. So that somewhere is called shopping list, right? And that is what we call a database. Another thing is to-do list. Basically, if you want to do something today, so you arrange yourself into something like there's a small journal that explains what you're going to do, right? So that is, those lists are collected somewhere, maybe written in a sheet. So, and that sheet is named to-do list, and that is basically it is a collection of related information written in a list, in a sheet named to-do list. So that to-do list becomes a database, right? Your five best friends, if I ask you who are your best five, your five best friends, you are not going to use your sheet to write. You will say their names off head, right? So these are lists also. The names are compiled to maybe in your mind, something like that. So that is what we also call a database. So a database is a collection of related information. So the next question comes here, all right? Now this is a very important part of a question where now it says, where do we store a database, right? Where do we store a database? So this is a question to be asked, where do we store a database? Now that we got a glimpse of what database is, we say that a database is a collection of related information. So those informations, where are we going to do? For instance, phone book, all right? Where are we going to write? So we have the first one on paper. sorry for that. Let me just skip a line here. On paper. Number 2 is in your mind. For instance, if I ask you your 5 best friends, you're not going to pick a paper and write there, right? You're going to write in your mind. So right, so in your mind, right, in your mind. And we can also store database on your computer, right? PowerPoint also is just an example, right? Comment section, YouTube here, comment section, all right? Those are where we can store database. So let's do a small recap of what we have just learned right now. We said what a database is. We said database is a collection of related information. So shopping list is a collection of related information, and it is collectively named shopping list, right? Am I wrong? Right? Correct. So let's say you want to buy stuff. Maybe you want to buy books, pens, something like that. Then that is called shopping list. So the collective name is what we call a database. I hope we are together up to here, right? To-do list, the same thing. If you have a plan, you want to do something, then the collection of that is known as to-do list. So collection of related information, all right? When you combine those related information, they form a collective name, all right? Your 5 best friend, all right? So you have your 5 best friend, maybe is a title. So if you name those 5, they form what you call 5 best friends. Am I wrong? All right? Correct. Same thing with Facebook users. So where are we going to store a database? These are the database, where are we going to store? So these are the places that we are going to store our database. The first one is on your paper. The other one is in your mind. So in your mind. The other one is on your computer. The other one is PowerPoint, comment section. So those are the places where we can store our databases. All right. So, but the thing is that this one is the most important one. On your computer, it is more powerful, all right, more durable, and can store a large of information. So we cannot store huge informations on a paper, right? Maybe 3 trillion data sets. So how can we store that in your mind? So we write, even though we still have comment section also. All right, and let's do a small to see a small comparison between a shopping list, a database that is stored in a shopping list, and I mean a database that is stored on a paper, and a database that is stored on a computer. Let's say the difference between the two, right? Thank you so much for subscribing, by the way. All right, let me see that. We are going to look at the difference between a database that is stored on a paper and a database that is stored on a computer. Okay, let me just wrap this. If you haven't written down, please write down. I'm gonna give you 30 seconds here. All right, so or you can just go back to the video and write it somewhere. Now let's look at a database that is stored. A database that is stored in computer, and the other one was on paper. All right, let's do it. The first one, trillion of pieces of information can be stored. So trillions trillions of informations can be stored, right? Can be stored, and the other one can be stored. All right. Let's say on a paper you have 10. So on the other hand, 10 to 20 pieces of information can be stored. Information can be stored. Information can be stored. Right? So information can be stored, right? Can be stored. The next thing is that is the first difference, all right? Trillions of information can be stored. The other one, 10 to 20 pieces of information can be stored. Let's go to another part here. And information is extremely valuable. Information is extremely valuable. Right? This one is true. Valuable. So when we use to store information or database in a computer, we usually use it to store a secret information, so right? Extremely valuable information, such as your credit card, all right? Valuable information. That is what we use for, all right? On the other hand, not valuable information, right? Let's say information might not be valuable. All right. So that is the thing. Might not be valuable. Alright, okay, might not be valuable. V means valuable, alright. So let's say someone who writes information like a shopping list. If he drops that shopping list and someone picks it, so he'll never mind, he'll just throw it somewhere, right, to the dustbin. And let's say someone gave out information like his bank card, something like that, SSN, all those information, he dropped it. And if someone picks it, he might not throw that information because it's a valuable information. It's a very secret information. He can do whatever he wants to do with it, all right? So that is why it is not easy for us to store secret information, valuable information on a paper. If you drop that paper, it has your bank card or details. Then if someone picks it, it's going to use that, and that is why we use on computers. All right, that is the second difference between storing information on computer and the other one storing information on a paper. All right, so if you look this carefully, which one is better? So is the paper, storing database on a paper better or storing in computer better? So you will come to conclude that storing in computer is much better. The first one is that it can store trillions of informations, all right? And on a paper, when you just cut a paper and you can just store 10 to 20 pieces of information, all right? And the other one, we said information is extremely valuable information, such as SSN or bank details, right? Those informations can be stored on a computer, while on the other hand, on a paper, information might not be valuable. So the information may contain such as maybe a list. So those are not valuable informations, all right? Secret information, that's what I mean by valuable information. So with that being said, I think it is better for us now to go to DBMS, since we have understood what a database is and where we can store our databases. All right, so let's wrap this and go to DBMS. So that is the first one. What is a DBMS? A DBMS is a special software program that helps users create and maintain database. All right, from the word DBMS, database management, database management system. All right, system. So this is the DBMS is the acronym of database management system. When you look at those words, it will click that the meaning comes from the full name of DBMS, right? So we said that DBMS is a special software program that helps users create and maintain a database. We say that in computers we store large informations, trillions of informations. If we are not able to manage those informations, it will be difficult for us to get the right information. So we use DBMS. All right, that is it. That is the first case. So database management system. So in database, so DB is the acronym of database. This M stands for management and S stands for system. So the thing is, why do we need DBMS? We do not interact. Let me explain properly. Please give me time. We do not interact. We do not interact with the database directly. We do not interact with the database directly. All right. So we do not interact with the database directly when we are updating, deleting, or even inserting. Okay, deleting. So we do not interact with the database directly. If you want to store informations, then we do not use to interact. We do not use the database. All right. We do not interact with the database direct. That's what it means. So what do we use? We use database DBMS. We use DBMS, the one that I have just mentioned, to interact with the database. This is a very important information. Okay, with the database. Okay. This is a very important information. So we use DBMS to interact with the database management system. Okay. So with that being said, so let's go ahead and talk about these things. All right. The inquiries when we are writing or manipulating data. So we are done with database management system. We are done with database, and we are also done where we store information. All right. With that being said, let me just talk to you briefly how we interact with the database, how we talk to the database. We said that we talk to the database using DBMS. So which language we use? Most of the time, 99.99%, these are the informations we use. So CRUD, remember this is an acronym, right? We usually CRUD. C means, let me can I get something like, all right, this one, hey, all right, let me just CRUD. All right. So C stands for what? C stands for create. R stands for read, retrieve, and U stands for what? Update. And D stands for delete. This is the language we use to interact with the database, right? This is the language we use to interact with the database. Create, read or retrieve, then update or delete. Okay, this is the most commonly used terms or queries in SQL. All right. So there's two main database. So let's talk about that. So make sure you remember this, that these are the most important informations we use in a database when we are using SQL to manipulate non-relational database. It's also called NoSQL. All right. Now let's go and explain relational database. So relational database, let me just copy here, Control C, and let me just explain here. All right, this one helps users create so what is a relational database? So it organizes tables, it organizes informations in table like manner, using column and rows. If you have seen sheets, if you have ever used spreadsheets, then you will find out that it's just the same thing. So we store informations in a table-like manner using columns and rows. All right, that is relational database. So that is what it means by relational database. And the other one now, non-relational database. So it is the opposite of what? Okay, NoSQL. So this one organizes data, organizes data, all right, organizes data. A shady way, right? So that is what it means. So let me just open a photo that can explain it properly. So when you see that photo, you'll be able to understand what I mean. All right. I hope you guys can see what I mean. Let me just open, give me a small seconds, right? A little bit, just a few minutes, guys. Screenshots, I cannot see properly where the screenshots are, but small, there should be a small issues here. Okay, if I can't see that, Okay, let me just share my screen so that let me just share my full screen, right? So the thing is, I'm trying to look for the screenshots, but it's not there, right? Right, it's not there. Sorry for that, but once I found out, I'll be telling you exactly where it is. Alright, so I can't see it properly here. Alright, now let's just go back to where we were and continue from there. So there's these informations that I needed to share with you, but I couldn't get it, even though I had the what we call the screenshot for that information. But there's a video that I'm going to drop next week, if God wills. That video will be about SQL, covering all the informations, all the necessary, very long video, cause simple and visualize. You can easily. So what I meant by non-relational database is that the informations are not stored in a table-like manner. So the informations vary. So some of the informations will be stored in what we call there in a graph-like manner. You can store informations, maybe even something that looks like pie charts, those informations, all right? There's a small difference, all right? There's a small difference. So with that being said, we said that there's two types of database. All right, we have relational database, and the other one is non-relational database. Now with that being said, we are going to talk about now SQL, so that now we have explained all the stuff that needed to be explained. It is better for us to explain. That is what SQL means. Okay, standard query language, meaning that if you use any other DBMS, all of them will be the same, right? So no matter which DBMS you use, all of them will have the same queries. All right, maybe there can be a slight difference, but everything is same. So I can now explain what it is used for. So it is used to perform, if you can remember what I said just earlier on, is here CRUD. All right, CRUD. We use it to perform this information. So this is an acronym that stands for C. The C stands for create. All right, R stands for read or retrieve, U stands for update, and D stands for delete. Right, so it is used to perform those informations. All right, operations, as well as other administrative tasks, administrative tasks. So that is how we use for the that's how we use SQL. We use it to perform this CRUD information. We said CRUD stands for create, read, update, and delete. It's an acronym. So it is used also to define tables. We use SQL used to define tables, right? That is what you use for. SQL code is one of the relation database management system. It's not allowed. It's not always portable to another without modifications. All right, guys. If the screen disappears, just leave the stream and come back because there's this information. Don't know where it is. It will just disappear, right? It will end the stream. It looks like it has ended the stream, but not end the stream. It is used to define the tables, right? So with that being said, let's now talk about the right thing. We talked about relational database, we talked about non-relational database, and we still have a lot of information, so it will be wise for me to continue from there if it is possible tomorrow. If you have made it up to here, then congratulations. So if you have made it up to here, I would love to congratulate you from the bottom of my heart, because we did a small revision of what needed to be done, right? It should be done. We need this. We are not able to finish this task today alone, so tomorrow in the morning same time we're going to continue from here where we left. And with that being said, I will also love to talk about the book that I have created. It is in the link and it is in the description below. Go check out that book. It's a very amazing book that will teach you and the common questions asked by the recruiters, that will also teach you how to use your Excel, and you will able to master that Excel. So go and get that book. There will be a discount if you use the link in this description below. Those who got it got the benefit and saw it. Those who have not bought it, go and buy. And those who are not able to buy because of the payment method, okay, I will fix it. Okay, no worries, I will fix that, the payment method, so I will able to make it simpler for you. All right, because I've seen so many viewers talk to me that they had a problem in purchasing it because of the payment method, as in their country they don't have a PayPal, right? So there's no worries, my friend. I'll take care of that. Make sure you text me directly if you are stuck somewhere there. And that book contains a lot of information, so I think it is in the description. If it is not there, just go to my profile and you will see there, get my book, something like that. It is in the profile. You click my channel, it will take you to that some links there. Just go and get that book. So I don't know how much is it, you will find it for yourself there. Right now, if any one of you has a question, we can begin from there. It will be better. If you don't have a question, then have a nice day. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to stream the last 2 to 3 days. I am really sorry. I was trying to fix my stuffs here, and I was so busy, to be honest, the last few days, so it wasn't easy for me, and I apologize. Okay, I apologize. So the last 3 weeks, I think we were very consistent. We were streaming every single day. Right, tomorrow I'll try my best to continue from where we left. After that, I'm going, so there's also a video that I'm working on. If that video is released, make sure you check it out. So it's a huge it has a lot of information. It will teach you how to the exact steps that are the road map that you will take if you want to become a data analyst. That video will be posted maybe in somewhere next week, or if it is not next week, then next month. All right, so unless we have something to share, or a prayer that we need, then we can continue from there. If you guys have a lot of information, you can just ask me, right? If you want to know where I am, just ask. So yeah, but we have finished the lesson. So hey bro, thank you for subscribing. Thank you so much. We gained a subscriber. Thank you so much. May God bless you. We have 411 subscribers. That's very beautiful. And we have made a huge difference. Today we gained a subscriber. That is wonderful information. So how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well, and my day is okay on my side, and the weather is super fine. I hope for you the same. And if you're still having a problem, let me know, because I'm about to end the stream and enjoy myself. Yep. It's quite rainy on my side, so there's some clouds visible here. The weather is a bit perfect, not hot, not too cold, right? So there's something I promised you earlier on, and it was about the what we call a group, alright? So creating a group for you to join. So I'll think about that. So because it takes a lot of time, I don't know. Think so that you join that group, we share informations, valuable informations, alright, in that group, or even you can use a WhatsApp group. So that is it. I hope you had a nice day, and if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like, share, and see you tomorrow same time. All right.